So I really haven't done a mauler strategy in a long time. So let's go for it. I'm going for a bit of like a greedy early game here. I spent very minimally on defenses that won't be used later on, which is very efficient to do so. But now we got to beat round 40 because of that. Like we don't really have the best round 40 defense. So this might take a few tries. I'm doing a trick where we stun here, but like I stunned a bit late, so we got to stun while the Moab is up, but then the stun will land on the ceramics where it will be covered by this bomb. It's not the easiest thing to do, I guess, and it's just like kind of random. Like there, I stunned a bit too early. So yeah, let's just go until we get this. Oh my goodness, there we go. We finally did it. Okay, so at the sacrifice of 2,000 druids. Was that worth it? I don't know. But anyways, we need Camo Village for round 42. See how much money do we have? Got about 3k. Let's get the village right here in the middle. Very nice. Oh, are we not gonna have enough money? That definitely wasn't part of the plan. Okay, wait. Is this gonna work? Yeah, that worked just fine. Okay. Well, there we go. That's not an issue. Of course, this round's gonna... Let's put these guys on first round. I think that will be slightly more efficient. But what I think I gotta do is just get village right now. Because these guys don't have good consistency at all. So, let's do a stun village. Do I need to get the third? What if I do this? Okay, that helped. I still am going to need camo, like, kind of right now. Well, I should see if I can greet a discount. Let's check if we can do that first. Will round 45 be an issue? No? Very nice. Okay, so it looks like we're going to greet a discount. I don't know if we are going to need to spend on round 46, though. So I'm going to hold the money for now. Looks like round 46 is not fine. We'll see what we can do with this. Alright, so I wasn't able to record all of it, so this section right here is a voiceover. So I might as well take this point to say that there's going to be a massive BTD6 tournament. It's going to be, well, the bracket starts at 256 players, but there's a qualified match that's going on right now, and you might have seen it from some other YouTubers, because people like H-Bomb, SJB 2D, some of those other people are going to be in it. So I greatly recommend if you join. It would be lots of fun, and I'm going to be in there too. So I'll give info for that in the first pinned comment. But you've probably seen it before, and if you were thinking about joining, I definitely recommend joining it because it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. Anyways, that's all, and goodbye. Alright, so I had to stop the commentary there for a moment, but to fill you in, we got primary expertise, a bunch of maulers, a couple of assassins, we'll need these guys to kill the bad, and then a sabo for DDTs, and a bunch of, like, these guys, it's a O22 ice and a O22 glue. This may look very strange, but if you know, with primary expertise, these upgrades are free. So basically, we get an Arctic Wind for only $700, which is very good. That's more than very good. So yeah, definitely gonna be making use out of that. And with this challenge, I think I'm gonna try to go for at least a bit of cash spare. Um, it's not gonna be the end of the world if we don't get a whole lot, but maybe at least 40,000. I guess that's a bit of a stretch. Maybe, yeah, 40,000 at best, but I'll settle with like less than that, maybe 30 or 20,000. So yeah. um, when it comes to the level 20 ability, I think we'll just like juggle it around with the Sabo ability, because for the DDT rounds, we should be fine with the Sabo. Some balloons are kind of leaking here and there, so we want to try to get that out of the way. So let's see, what should we do? I think I'll get another ice here though, because that might be useful. Because yeah, there are some balloons that are leaking out of that side, like right there. See, that ice got them, and that should be good. All right. Let's get rid of some of these fortified Moabs with the assassin abilities. We could do that a bit better. I got a bit of an issue here because I spent absolutely forever beating round 95 without having to use any like abilities. Well, of course I used abilities. I mean, without having to buy anything. And now it did not come to realize to me that if I do that, I use every single ability, and I can't beat round 96. So all of that was gone to waste because I have to buy a Arctic Wind or a Snowstorm to beat this round right here. I could probably put the Snowstorm in a better place, to be honest. I don't know. But yeah, like, this is not good. Even a Snowstorm doesn't really help that much because this just isn't the hottest setup in the whole world. So let's just pray that... I don't know what I'm gonna do here. Okay. Get me a Snorm up again. There we go. Okay, the Snorms make it so much easier. So the dream of ending with a whole lot of cash left over seems kind of dead, unfortunately. Okay, so I gotta remember that we need abilities up for 98. So let's just use like the one set. Okay, this should be good. Let's see, if we do this, we should be able to beat 98 pretty easily. Although one thing that I note is that I do need level 20 up for round 100. Oh, do I want to take that? Let's go for it. Okay, so one issue is that these guys don't have the top path, which is something that if I was able to plan ahead and know this issue, then I could have worked around it. But it's this one, right? I'm gonna have to do this. AMD. So we drop like some assassins, and then we freeze and Sabo. Hex is not gonna get that? Okay. However, I want to see if we can perhaps do it without using the assassins. Okay, yeah, we're gonna need at least a few assassins, so let's try with that many. Start off with. Okay, that worked. So we are going to be going with this. Oh, yikes, we have the abilities nowhere close to being up again. That's not good. Okay, so we would have had to stall. I don't think so. Because this stuff just like opens up at the very end. Maybe. Let's try. Alright, we're going for like 27k spare. It's a bit of a shame that we don't get a good amount left over. There we go. Okay, well 26.8k spare. So if we go back, do this properly, we would be able to get this with about 40k spare. I could optimize it if I want, but honestly, like, I'm not really in the mood to. I have other things to do. But if somebody wants to do it with the better amount of cash spare, then you just kind of do what I do, but put do snorms instead of these guys. That's gonna save a little bit of money. Put them in better places, get the better cross path, and then also use the abilities better. And because the setup would overall be better, find a way to beat 98 with using the ability faster, and that way you'd be able to reset the assassins on 98, on 100, do double damage and kill the bad. Anyways, that's all, and good.